Actually, I think I'm gonna make it just for now.
Congratulations, winner! You did it! You are a winner!
Is this for real?
Of course
You
it's
are
real.
no
The
winner.
Monopoly game at McDonald's is back. Welcome to the world of winners. Peel and play for a chance to win, win, win! You can win a 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Free food, a TV, and this, and these! There's even $1 million prize!
I'm finally a winner!
Now you're getting it. Play in the McDonald's app and get your bag. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Dude, I just watched episode 6. By the way, everybody who's listening, this is full spoilers. When you walk out on a stage like Jimmy Fallon's, what do you think is going to be going through your mind?
They've been playing these like same ads for a little bit.
A new family member.
Loving what you're watching at NYCC 2025? Don't let the fun stop here. As a Potverse member, you will unlock first access to the biggest conventions of next year, plus exclusive live streams from the archive, members-only interviews from the studio at NYCC, and an entire library of past panels that you can watch and revisit at any time. Membership starts at just a few dollars a month, and it is the best way to keep the Comic-Con energy going all year long. Scan the QR code or visit thepopverse.com/membership to join today and become a part of the ultimate fan community.
How much time do we have? Like 3 minutes, I think. Duh. I guess there's no timer on the screen, but so it should be starting in like 2 minutes, right? If I got time zones correct, which I think I did. I'm pretty confident I did. Let me quickly eat the food I warmed up. Because I am hungry. I haven't eaten much today. Volume looks good though. Oh. For the intro. YouTube's sake. I guess I should do something to look at. Alright, so today is the 10th of October. Capcom is doing a Capcom Presents at New York Comic Con. It's like a 90-minute panel. I know we're seeing Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, for the one space game with the girl and the guy. Are they in the description or anything? Is there saying anything specific? I think there's one other thing guaranteed. I don't remember what it is, though. But obviously, it's a 90-minute panel. The hope is we get some new stuff. The Hail Marys are a new Devil May Cry, and then, what's it called? Cat is popping its way out of my lap. Devil May Cry and Dead Rising. I think Dead Rising Remake did fairly well, so it'd be cool for a Dead Rising 2 remake. Or I guess a Dead Rising 5. Could bring the franchise back alive. And then I saw some people being like, ooh, Devil May Cry remake. For like 1 or something. So, we'll see. That would be cool, I guess. I think those are the Hail Marys. I can't think of much else. We're not getting like a Marvel vs. Capcom thing, right? We probably will see Street Fighter. Who's the next one? Alex? Although I think Viper just came out. Literally just came out. So it'd be kind of weird to show Alex when I think he comes out next year at this point. Right? I think they're doing Alex and Ingrid as like both fall, spring, I think. So, we'll see. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised though if we do get some Street Fighter stuff.
Hey everybody!
I'm gonna turn this up because it's kind of quiet.
Can I get power in this mic? Can you guys hear me? Hello? Oh, hello?
Hello? Can y'all hear us? This one's on. You gotta speak closer.
Hello? Hello?
You can hear us, right?
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Okay, all right.
All right, now it's a proper, how we doing tonight? Or afternoon. Thank you guys so much for joining us here at the Capcom Presents panel at New York Comic Con. My name is Trevor Mitch. I'll be bringing you through the Monster Hunter Stories 3 section of our panel. And I'll throw it over to Joe.
Hello, everybody. I'm Joe Bustos. I'm one of the community managers here at Capcom USA. I'll be taking us through Pragmata today, but also here to hang out and check out a couple other games. So with that, let me toss it over to our special guest, Fightin' Cowboy.
Thank you, Joe. As Joe said, I'm Cowboy. I'm mainly a Let's Play walkthrough guy. I'll be showing off some Onimusha gameplay for you today and a little bit of Pragmata. And Andy?
Yeah, so I'm Andy. I'm a community manager for Capcom USA as well, and I'm going to be talking with Cowboy over the Onimusha section and talking with Susie for the Resident Evil section, which is a great segue. Great segue. Susie, do you want to talk about yourself?
Hello there. I'm Susie Hunter, your resident host for tonight. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm actually from New York. So yeah, this is a very special moment for me because it's kind of like a full circle thing. Like I used to come here as a fan years ago, and now it's like, oh, I'm doing the Resident Evil panel. Perfect.
Can you not dig your nails into my
All
leg?
right, I think I'll go ahead and kick us off. So we are going to start with the Monster Hunter Stories 3 section of the panel.
The part I care about
the
least,
my
by
name's
the way.
Trevor Mitch. I'm a brand manager on the Monster
I've
Hunter
never played the
team,
other Monster
and
Hunter
I'm going
Stories,
to
so
be
I'm
giving
gonna run it.
everybody a quick look at a brand new group to Monster Hunter Stories 3, or the Monster Hunter franchise in general, called the Ranger Corps. We're also going to take a look at an updated trailer and some exclusive gameplay footage. So let's get into it, shall we? So the Ranger Corps. So the Rangers are a group
McDonald's
that are
ad get out of my
entirely
face.
new to the Monster
Actually, I'm
Hunter
covering
Stories,
it. I guess you guys don't care.
Game and the Monster Hunter Stories, the Monster Hunter franchise as a whole. And they differ pretty heavily from the Hunters I think a lot of people are familiar with. They were founded by the heir, the protagonist of the game's mother, Queen Amara, who is the Queen of Azuria. And the heir is now the captain of the Ranger Corps, and they act as the leader. So the Rangers are really unique to the Monster Hunter universe because they're not just a group of monster riders, although they are very skilled riders. They're also, their main goal is to actually protect monsters, maintain the ecosystem, and promote environmental restoration to the benefit of both man and monster alike. So right now, in the story of Monster Hunter Stories 3, their most pressing duty has kind of been investigating the egg quartz that's been appearing all across the kingdom. It's this phenomenon where this clear crystalline structure will kind of envelop monsters and monster eggs kind of in an instant, just out of nowhere. And spreading from these egg quartz sources is this crystal encroachment. It's like this ashen blight that spreads out and takes over everything it touches from these crystal egg quartz sources. So that's the Ranger Corps themselves. Let's take a look at some of the members. So here we have Simon and Fawn as Legiana. So Simon is the protagonist's best friend and closest confidant. He is constantly riding next to you on his Legiana, their name Fawn. He really believes in the Ranger Corps, and he's very often just like your go-to man for every problem you encounter. Now we have Eleanor and Angie. So Eleanor is actually from Vermeil, which is a country neighboring Azuria, and she comes as part of a diplomatic mission to kind of ease the tension between these two kingdoms. She actually volunteers as a hostage to the kingdom of Azuria to kind of try to ease those tensions a little bit. She's placed under the care of the Ranger Corps, and very quickly she grows to really respect and admire not only the Corps members themselves, but also their goals and their commitment to the environment. And of course, her monstie there is the Anjaneth named Angie. Now we have Thea, Kagachi, and of course, Pookie. So Thea is actually the rookie member of the Ranger Corps. She loves all creatures, but both big and small, but she has a special love for Poogies, which I think we all share that with her. Her faithful riding partner, as you see there with the goggles, is called Pookie, the Poogie. Taking a tumble off the Kagachi, not a skilled rider as Thea, apparently. Though Thea is actually on a quest to recover all 101 Poogies that escaped from her family estate. And the protagonist is going to help her with that. So that mechanic is returning in Monster Hunter Stories 3. And then, of course, Rudy. It's not a Monster Hunter adventure without a Palico buddy. He kind of serves the royal family as a position called the royal feline. So he's been with the protagonist, the heir to the kingdom, for so long, been through all his formative moments, and he's really proud of his family's history as royal feline and his own duty to the heir. Throughout the story, he gets kind of torn between his duty to his lineage, his country, and the protagonist, the heir to the throne. However, he does eventually decide to join us regardless of the implications. Rudy doesn't have a monstie, but he is always riding on the protagonist's back. So does that make you his monstie? Let's not think about it. So on to some gameplay. Let's take a look at it, shall we? Woo! Let's bring up the video.
Let's go.
Melee attack from the overworld there.
And you couldn't do that before, right?
Yeah, so you actually got the materials from that monster, from the attack, because you were strong enough to defeat it outright.
Magnamalo looks so good.
He's going for it at a decent clip there. You actually saw that we switched from Plesioth to Magnamalo. You can hold up to 6 monsters in your inventory at any time and switch between them as you're exploring.
This area is so cool. There's so much verticality, and it's a lot bigger and more expansive than the previous games. Really cool.
You can see this is a huge area. That little river area we started out is called the Cataracts, and now we're moving to Mount Canalta, which is this mountainous region. The monsters we see are going to be different from what we saw in that first starting region.
Animations here are really, really great too. So much agility.
Make sure to exercise your Magnamalo when you take them out. They love to jump.
Is this going to be on the Switch?
There's a treasure chest there, but it looks like somebody...
Switch 2?
Whoever's
I guess the Switch 2 can actually handle it, right? Like in theory.
Oh, Devil Joe. Angry Pickle alert.
That's my favorite monster.
We don't want any smoke, so we're just going to get out of there.
Yeah.
So you can even change in air. Don't worry, the Magnamalo is fine. He landed on his feet. We're flying through, taking a great look at Mount Canalta behind us as we go back down towards the Cataracts.
I mean, so I haven't really watched any like Switch game footage, right?
Now we're back to
I haven't really cared. I'm not a big Mario Kart person, and I'm trying to avoid Donkey Kong for when I eventually do get the Switch 2, probably like next year when there's more games on it. So I haven't really seen games run.
We're gonna see if we can interrupt their.
But it looks good. It looks like it actually like runs, right?
With a breath attack.
Like a lot's going on, and this thing
just minding its own business, and we knocked it out of the sky.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah. Well, if we wanted to battle for it, it's actually really beneficial if we start with our own attack. Got caught by our canine friend there. So you can actually see a little better that on the K9 that Rudy is along with us.
Stories game. So
I hope he doesn't get motion
I can tell the general idea is you're not regular hunting monsters, you're more so doing
Rise.
Yeah. Much love. Like, so up ahead we have a Tetranodon, and it's got some weird crystals growing on top of it. This is actually called a feral monster, and feral monsters are really tough. So we have a hard fight ahead of us.
Oh my god, it's a turn-based RPG.
So Cowboy, you're actually really familiar with the Monster Hunter story series, right? Do you want to explain how the combat works really quickly?
Yeah, so we have, in a sense, it's almost like a rock, paper, scissors type system going on in stories. You have power attacks, technique attacks, and then speed attacks. And attacks typically kind of align with a monster and what you'd expect. So something that, like an Anjanath, which is more of a brute, it's going to be more of power attacks typically. And in general, the idea is when you're going up against a monster, you want to try and predict what they're going to do until you learn those various movesets. On top of that, monsters will also mix things up mid-fight, so a monster may start with brute attacks, and you'll actually see that in a little bit with the Tetranodon here, but it'll change up its form and go for something else. So it keeps you on your toes, but as long as you are matching the appropriate attack style, you end up getting advantages in battle. So you get to take additional actions, your meters build up faster, you get up to your ultimate, which is like your kinship gauge. It's this gauge you build from riding your monsters, and then you get to execute like super cool, flashy attacks. So there's a fair amount of depth going on here, and then on top of that, you'll also notice our hunters are using weapons. And even though you don't control the weapon directly the way you would in the main Monster Hunter franchise, different weapons also have different advantages, such as bow having pierce or hammers having blunt, things along those lines.
Yeah, well put. So this is actually a feral monster, which is much tougher than the usual monsters we'll see or encounter. And you can see it just did a feral attack, which did a bunch of damage to the party and put Blast Blight on a couple of members. So the crystal on top of its head is actually called Blightstone. And when we attacked it normally, we got hit with damage reflected back at us. But now it's altered its form. So not only will its attack type change, but it might be the time to attack that
I'm just not
and
really
not
interested
get hit
in
with
this.
backlash damage. That's going to be me after the show. So I gouge myself on pizza.
So we're switching weapons here, right?
Yeah, so they're also attack type damages. So with the longsword, we had slash. And now we're going to change to the longbow for pierce damage because it does more to the Tetranodon's head. And we really want to break that crystal. There you see, we just won that head-on-head because we correctly predicted which attack type to use.
On my lap?
We didn't take any damage, and the Tetranodon took extra damage. Although we still had the Blast Blight effect on us, and that ended us taking one of our hearts.
Yeah? You want it?
Now our kinship gauge was full, so we actually hopped on our canine companion friend here. We're going to do our special kinship move.
These are always so cool. There's so many unique kinship attacks with really awesome animations. Usually ends in some sort of crazy explosion.
There's that crazy explosion.
Yeah. I don't remember that move in Rise. Where does my Palamute use?
It still got plenty of health though, but it did do a lot of damage to its Wyvern Soul gauge, and you saw that since we depleted it, it staggered, and now it loses its turn.
Let's go.
And we're switching monsters. Now we're switching monsters, which you can do at any time during a battle. Since our kinship gauge was empty, it's a perfect time to switch to a new monster, start building up those attacks. Ray Dow is going to use his elemental advantage against Tetranodon.
I think players of Monster Hunter Wilds know that attack that we just saw from right now, maybe on the opposite end of it, unfortunately.
Many players carded to that attack, me being one of them.
I think a big thing is just looking at how the UI has evolved between the franchises. Like, for those that have played the first and second game, you'll probably notice that there's a lot more going on. You have more flexibility than ever before in terms of seeing the damage types and even seeing that wheel of, strength beat technique, technique beat speed, speed beat strength. It's all very integrated and just upfront, keeping the player informed as they go through the battles now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it flows really well, too. It's a lot easy to, once you've learned the systems, it's easy to pick up. So you actually saw that we broke the Blightstone affected part of its head. So now that feral attack is going to be much, much weaker. Oof. It is still a feral monster, though, and it's really tough. And you see it knocked a bunch of our party members down.
We saw the type advantage there too, because Anjanath is a fire line monster, and we saw that water attack. You could see it had that weak effect there. So
exactly.
on top of the advantages of like playing to the strength of the monster, you obviously want to tie up the right elements if you have access to them as well.
100%. And here you see Angie is hopping on her Anjanath. I think we're gonna choose an item to buff her up a little bit. And we're actually switching to our hunting horn. Power up ourselves and our friends. And we've staggered it once more, so that means it's toppled, and we can do a synchro rush. So this is a mechanic where we can do a lot of extra damage to a toppled monster. And it's really good that we buffed ourselves right before this, meaning it'll power up so much more.
It's very satisfying. Look at those numbers.
Feels good. And now we're gonna hop on Ray Dow.
Almost there.
Giving Eleanor an extra heart, making sure she doesn't tank the battle. There was the feral attack, and you saw it was much weaker. A lot easier to deal with.
But it's cool, right, that there's some challenge in this fight. There's a lot of strategy and depth. It's not like this monster is just, you know, one hit and then it's out and it's just a filler battle. Like, there is a lot that you have to focus on here.
Absolutely. Here's Eleanor's kinship skill with Angie. Good amount of damage and another stagger, meaning it loses its turn.
Here's how the chat's feeling about this.
Now we're going to use our kinship skill with Ray Down. This one's actually really cool.
This is so over the top, but I love it.
That railgun attack, been carded to it so many times. And because Tetranodon is weak to thunder, that's enough to knock it down, and the frail monster's been defeated.
We got S rank.
And that'll wrap up the gameplay section. So we're gonna play.
I'm looking forward to I think almost everything after this.
Here we have a monster.
So I'm sorry if I'm like clearly not into it.
Do you think
this
egg belongs to? First Cowboy, then Susie.
I'm gonna go with.
If this was normal Monster Hunter, I'd be more into it.
Chupacabra.
But I
Chatacabra. Oh God.
The world.
Chatacabra.
Strike Monster Hunter expert from his credit.
So Susie is new, kind of newish to Monster Hunter, right?
Yeah, I'm brand new to Monster Hunter, so I don't really know the names of them, but I'll just say a Gigantosaurus Rex.
Let's try for Gigantosaurus Rex. Let's play the video. And it was a baby Chatacabra.
You're almost there.
Everyone loves our cute little frog alligator.
Yeah. He's so small.
Close enough.
Yeah.
All right. Now, which egg does this belong to?
Well, it's not red enough. It's probably a Magnamalo. It's either that or Glavenus, but the colors look off for Glav.
Let's see. Susie, what do you think?
It looks kind of devilish, so I'm going to say the only one I know, Devil Joe.
Let's try it. Let's play the clip. And it is baby Magnamalo.
Man, did you look up this stuff beforehand?
I know.
So tiny, so angry, so full of hate. All right, and our final selection. Which egg does this belong to?
Given that it's new monsters so far, I'm going to go with Raydao.
Raydao. Susie, what do you think?
Zebra.
Let's go for Zebra. Let's play the clip.
My favorite monster, Zebra.
It is baby Raydao, not a zebra, unfortunately. Sounds a lot cooler than a zebra, though. All right. That is going to wrap up the Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflections section of the panel. Thank you guys so much. It is coming out March 13th, 2026. Keep an eye on our socials. At the end of the month, we're going to have a brand new trailer that's going to kick off pre-order for us, so make sure to stay tuned to that. However, that's going to wrap it up for me, so I will hand it over to Joe here.
Yes, that was Switch 2 footage. Okay.
Nope. Oh, okay. All right. Let's go. we're actually tossing it over to Andy.
That is a perfect
and Cowboy, who are gonna take us through Onimusha Way of the Sword.
Whoops, Joe is right next to me.
I'll take it from here.
Fall to him.
All right, so you guys ready for some Onimusha?
Perfect cue. It would be.
It is back, and I've waited a long time just to talk about this game, so I was super excited when we finally revealed it in December.
This is probably the second thing I have the least interest in.
We're going to have you play the demo for everyone. It's been a long time since you've actually played this.
Yeah, back earlier in the, what was it, like July, I think? July or August?
July or something, yeah. What did you think when you were playing it then?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I just gotten through the remaster for the first 2 games and finished the anime. I was like hard binging Onimusha. But it feels good. It definitely feels like they pulled the franchise forward, like modernized it, but still managed to keep that identity. You know, like the Isen, for example. I think that's the #1 thing that comes to mind when I think of Onimusha as a franchise, is the Isen counters.
I haven't played
so having those back, having the parry gameplay, absorbing the souls, upgrading our weapon, like everything is how people remember it, I think.
Yeah, so before we get to gameplay, though, at the end, after your gameplay, we actually have a special message from our director, Nihei-san, which has some concept art that we haven't revealed yet, so it's just for you guys here. Hopefully you guys are excited. But with that said, are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's prepare the gameplay on our screen first, please. All right, let's bring it up on the monitors.
So I'm going to walk you guys through this while Cowboy goes through it, and I'm going to be annoying and ask you questions while you're playing this game. How's that sound?
I'm ready for it.
Awesome. So we're going to get started here. You're going to see our protagonist, Musashi. He is at Kiyomizudera, which is an iconic temple that is in Kyoto right now. We're going to move forward a little bit, and we're going to see that there's malice in the area.
No, attack
and malice
that guy.
is created by the Genma.
Over there. Now, how do I get there?
So now we're going to try and figure out how to get there. But while you figure that out, Susie, you actually have a huge history with Onimusha as well, right?
I do, yeah. So I actually started playing these games pretty much almost day one. I started with the first game, Warlords, and it kind of sparked my love for samurai cinema, you know, video games and Japanese culture, all alike. And yeah, I am so overjoyed that Onimusha is back. And it's like a character who I've always wanted to see be an Oni warrior, too.
Yeah, and you actually met Eshiro-san when we just released Onimusha 2, the remaster, a few months ago. How was that?
It was great. I really loved how you guys
absorb his Dark Souls
and gave him, you know, the props that he's always deserved, because I love Onimusha too. I'm sure a lot of people love it here tonight as well. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. All right, Cowboy. So there's a lot of different techniques.
Yeah, the archer first.
A lot of different techniques in Onimusha Way of the Sword.
There is.
So the Isen, there's the parry, there's the blade barrage. There's a lot going on. So I'm gonna try and ask you to do every single one of those. Are you ready for the challenge?
Oh, I mean, I've already gotten the parry. The parry is...
You did a parry already.
Yeah, there's the parry.
But for those of you who don't know, so the bottom right, there's like 3 different gauges there. The blue square gauge represents basically if you do enough parries without getting hit, that will fill all the way.
I'm gonna lower that a
bit. State, and you'll see that with
I'm like looking at the side over there, and I'm like, ooh, that's pretty loud.
I think you're
More
gonna
souls.
see
We'll get. Oh, here we go.
Right now. Here we go.
There we go.
Let's go.
And now Musashi's sword is all blue, and when you attack, blue souls get released. And if you absorb those, then the 2 celestials get charged.
Okay. Oh, I might pick it up. It kind of looks. I mean, I don't want to be like that guy, but sort of Sekiro Neo-ish.
Reflex gauge. It's called the red gauge. You fill that by doing dodges without getting hit, and when you are able to complete that, then you can do a special move. How does it feel after not playing this for so long?
I would like it now. Can you just like, you can just give me this PlayStation with the dev build.
What I'm covering in the top left is a McDonald's ad, by the way.
So
McDonald.
But no one say anything.
So you're not missing anything. Behind it, it looks like there's text,
right? There's a parry right there.
Looks like there's some text right here, which is probably the main objective. But
I'm gonna take down these archers, and then I'll see if I can get an Isen on.
Oh yeah. So if an archer shoots an arrow at you, you can actually deflect it back at them.
So it seems like they're not really explaining what the bars and everything is, right? But it seems like the top bar is health, and then the bottom bar is like stamina.
Is, like, when
right?
the souls are out, the red ones give you experience, the blue ones will charge your special.
We just parried, used up a bit of their stamina.
Allow you to heal. It's really a strategy of like, when do I absorb the souls?
You also seem to have both down there.
What techniques do I use?
And then he just got rid of the stamina and he was able to do a finisher. That seems to be the general idea.
You can really just feel like a samurai, really.
Yeah. Well, and for those that aren't as familiar as others, I think one of the things I love so much about Onimusha is there's this thing called Isen, and it's basically a counterattack right as an enemy is about to hit. Very, very tight timing. So, you know, if you're the kind of person that likes dodging and parrying, you can certainly go through the game with that. You know, it's perfectly viable. But what I like is that, like, the people that really master Onimusha, they're gonna get into that Isen system.
Extra as
really,
fuck.
like, you could do entire runs that are just Isen and Isen counters, and it really just adds a whole new level of difficulty beyond the normal playthrough.
Because it's super risky.
Yeah,
you're not just pressing block or guard to parry. You are pressing attack right before the enemy attacks. So if you miss the timing, you'll get hit. But if you can get it to land, you'll release more souls. And this is like an iconic Onimusha thing, the Isen. So let's see if you can do an Isen eventually.
We're trying.
Yeah, we'll see. You've done a lot of Isens in Onimusha too.
Yeah, I'm actually a sword master myself, so yeah, the Isen comes naturally to me, so.
It's like, I know how to do Isens.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
That's really what makes the game, you know, it's easy to play, but hard to master. It really has a high skill ceiling, and I think that's true of a lot of Capcom games, but you can see it with the Isen.
Yeah, and Susie, you it's been a while since you've like even seen this, but from what you can remember, what did you think about like what you saw?
I think it's really cool how this game is exploring the Oni powers a lot more. You know, like this whole.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched any gameplay of this except for like the small bit of trailers they've shown in like state of plays and stuff.
I don't know, but
this is like the first time I'm really seeing the game.
And it's such a cool upgraded take on Onimusha. You know, like it feels like something new, but it still feels like Onimusha.
What do you think about Cowboy's gameplay right now?
I think he's doing really good, but I want to see more Isens.
Yeah, so if you just do the top, it'll also kill them, because that's a health bar. Okay.
So you just use the Twin Celestials, which is, you're able to use that if you can absorb enough blue souls.
So that's our...
And there's different types of Oni armaments. The Twin Celestials are just one of them, and they allow you to heal if you absolutely need it. But if you looked at our past trailers, we have shown a few more Oni armaments. And on our social channels, we'll talk more about these.
Are you going for the Isen right now?
Apparently no.
I'm gonna save them all for God.
We're gonna keep bugging you until we see it.
It's gonna happen. I just need.
Okay, how about
a worthy target?
I assume this is an easier difficulty, right? Because the game seems kind of trivially easy right now.
I think this guy. Okay.
You got this.
No pressure. Oh.
See it one more.
Oh.
I think I'm going too late.
So it's a really specific parry timing. It seems. Is that what it is? Is what I'm getting?
It's very difficult, everyone. Oh. For some reason, I thought that was it.
I thought that was gonna be it too. I gotta.
It's been a while since you've played this, so we're gonna forgive you a little bit.
Because yeah, it just seems to be a really specific timing. Was that not it?
When it goes up close like that, that's when you know the blazing state is activated.
Okay.
It does slowly drain, so you really want to take the most advantage of your newfound ability to release more blue souls.
Oh, and then a quick finisher.
Right
yeah.
No challenge.
Too easy.
So we're nearing the stage of Kiyomizu-dera, which is where we want to go. What do you think you're gonna find there, Cowboy?
Boss.
I think Ganryu's gonna be there.
Yeah, maybe Ganryu's gonna be there.
Maybe.
Maybe. Ganryu is Musashi's rival. He also has an Oni gauntlet. And unlike Musashi, Ganryu actually revels in the power that it gives him. Whereas Musashi, he actually kind of hates the Oni gauntlet. He doesn't want it. He wants to follow the way of the sword without otherworldly powers. And this clash between Musashi and Ganryu is a big part of the story.
I don't feel so good.
This is your last chance to do an Isen. And you're gonna do it on the boss.
I'll get one on him.
Okay.
When Cowboy hits this Isen, I want to hear everyone go crazy.
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna happen. It might not be.
I guess that's how I'll know when it happens. White flash. Okay.
You can do it.
That's not it.
I need him to jump. The jump is a good.
We're all just like looking at you, Nick.
I know. I can't.
Not it though, I guess. Okay.
What you are doing right now, though, is depleting Ganryu's stamina gauge, which is the red bar in the bottom of his health bar. And once you do that, you'll see right here, it's called a break Isen.
Okay.
So these are a new mechanic being added in where we fight the bosses, and you can see how it talks about targeting an area. So if I was to target the red area, I'm just going to get a big damage boost on the boss, whereas you can see how right there it shows the arm is blue, so I can target a secondary area, gain additional souls off of it to help fill up various gauges. So there's a couple of different
shows the damage
systems, there's more flexibility in the fight depending on how you want to approach it.
That's interesting. That's cool.
Even with the damage option though, which is good.
This time it must be ultra like frame perfect.
I thought that was gonna be it. That's usually the easier attack to Isen.
Just clashes, okay.
This is another mechanic that happens as well.
I'm just getting started, guys.
Almost got him.
He's got that. He's dual wielding.
And you use your own armaments in order to heal a little bit. Right there.
Yeah, that's usually one of the best windows to get the Isen in, but
I have no idea.
he's gonna survive enough for me
That's
to get
okay.
one.
Cinematic finish.
I'll take it.
Yeah, there we go.
Very good.
All right, good job, Cowboy.
Okay. I don't know. He seemed to be dog walking the boss, so I don't know.
It's been a while since we've played it until now. How does it hold up since you last remembered it?
The Isens are harder on the stage in front of everyone, I think.
Yeah, I know. we gave you that.
I don't know. He seemed to be perfect parrying everything in theory.
Next time I'll have all the Isens.
The boss was like looked like a total. Granted, the whole game looked really easy right there. I don't know if that's just.
It's like the
I don't know. It looked kind of easy and not super thrilling.
Right when you press attack.
Or better yet, you could go by the Capcom booth and try and get an Isen yourselves.
Yes, right here at NYCC. So thank you so much for playing that. And like I said, there's a special message from our director Nihei-san. So let's go ahead and play that.
Let's play the video.
皆さんこんにちは、ディレクターの二平です。今日はパネルにお越しいただきありがとうございます。それでは今回は子飼いについてご紹介いたします。子飼いは人間に寄生することでそれを操って武蔵に対して攻撃をしてきます。寄生する時の人間の状態が鎧をつけているとそこにダメージが通りにくいなどちょっと厄介な要素もあります。鎧を破壊したらダメージも通りやすくなるのでその辺もうまく考えながら攻撃してみてください。さらに子飼いは武蔵に掴みかかって魂を吸収するというところもあるのでうまく攻撃をさばいて倒すなどそういうところも意識しながら戦ってもらえたら嬉しいです。今日はパネルにお越しいただきましてありがとうございます。これからも鬼武者をよろしくお願いいたします。
My little rat.
All right. Thank you to Nihei-san. We recorded that at Tokyo Game Show, and that is him talking about Kogai, which is a different kind of Genma, and hopefully you guys can meet him, meet a Kogai when you pick up the game next year, right? Yeah. So Onimusha Way the Sword is coming out next year.
I think I need to play one of the others to get more hype.
Swordplay dark fantasy action game, as you guys can see.
Because again, I don't know, that gameplay did not do it for me. That I needed to see something better.
I think it looks great. You know, we got a lot of sword fighting games nowadays, and Onimusha Way of the Sword is really trying to innovate parries and sword combat, and I think it's doing it with flying colors.
Thank you. All right, so I think that's it for the Onimusha section. I'm gonna hand this back over to Joe
for Pragmata. Let's do it.
Can we get the slides back on our monitor, please?
All right.
I am interested in Pragmata, though.
But Cowboy, we've hit. You guys had a chance to play Pragmata. Cowboy, you played it back in August, and Susie, you played it at Summer Game Fest. So why don't we go down the line? And,
I don't think I saw the last gameplay footage or whatever they had of this.
I'm trying to think
before.
Good words to use here. It's
Big
like
Daddy Simulator.
Puzzle-based action combat, because we have this real-time hacking going on while we're playing, but so you have like the shooting aspect and the third-person aspect with the combat, but then you're also trying to quick solve these puzzles mid-combat to maximize your damage, and it's like a really unique formula the way it comes together.
Let's go ahead and get the gameplay up while we keep going down the line.
Actually, can we get the gameplay on our monitor first?
But Susie, what did you think of Pragmata when you played it?
So when I first saw Pragmata when it was announced, I didn't really know what to make of it. But when I actually played the build back at SGF, it all clicked for me. It all made a lot of sense. And I know if you have only just seen it, that might be hard to understand. But once you play it, which you can play it here, by the way, it is something completely unique. And I can't wait to play the whole game, you know, and experience all the different power-ups and you know, weapons.
Let's bring the gameplay on the screen so everybody can see it.
I want to see video game.
Here we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead. Since we're limited on time today, I'm going to skip cutscenes. So we're just going to play this as fast as humanly possible.
It's going to be
That's
the
fair.
world first speed run right now.
So let's do it.
I'm good without the cutscenes.
So basically, you are hacking enemies before you can shoot them, which we made quick work of that initial enemy here. This is a little tutorial area.
Do you have to hack?
And so as you're fighting enemies, like you can just straight up start shooting stuff and fighting stuff, but the hacking is a very big part of this game. So not only is that going to, when you hack enemies, you open up their defenses so you can do more damage to them. Okay. You can also, you can see how as he navigated through there, we had like 2 little blue squares. So since we're at the start, things are fairly basic, but you navigate through those squares and you do the hack, you're going to do extra damage, say like an extra 15% per square or something. And then as the gameplay develops and we get deeper, we start
going through the hacking pretty fast.
Hacks we can work through. So like a multi-hack to hit additional enemies.
Cool, looks interesting.
Disrupt the enemy and slow them down. A hack that might disarm their weapons temporarily. So there's all sorts of flexibility in how this hack system
Big Daddy, little sister.
And it's just, it's definitely a very new, unique idea.
Yeah, and I think the cool part about this game is it just has a lot of like that depth that you expect from a Capcom action game. It's something very unique. And it has that.
Okay, all right. That one was
again, like we were saying with Onimusha.
Okay, there you go. I'm seeing what they're doing with the hacking now. Now that it's a bigger square, and I'm more aware of what I'm looking for.
To try and master those mechanics.
So you're trying to do both while also playing the video game.
And we picked up a shockwave gun there, which
I don't know if I have enough eyes to see both. What's going on?
It's very satisfying to use.
One of the things you might notice too is like we have our main gun. With that one, the ammo is just going to refill over time.
Oh my god, she's a little standing thing on his back.
Alternative guns that you
so she's not just
like
clinging on.
We're going to get another one here in just a second.
Little platform.
These guns have a set amount of ammunition. So, you know, you don't want to just hang on to stuff forever. It's like when you find it, if there's a challenge at all, you want to use it because the hopes is that by the time you find a next one, you know, you're ready to go. So it really promotes you rotating through the various things you find, and as opposed to thinking them as like traditional weapons that you level up, it's just another tool you're going to find that you need to deploy to help get through the level.
Yeah.
Cool.
So in this part of the stage, we're really trying to find all of these locks, which I know where they're at already, but if you do need to figure out where there are, you could just press square here, and it gives you a little scan. This is a stasis net, Cowboy. Do you want to explain what the stasis net does?
Yeah, so the stasis net is probably one of the better utility things that we found so far that's been revealed.
Yeah,
Basically, it's like a full like sphere-type lockdown that'll freeze enemies in place. So especially combining it with something like the shockwave gun, I mean, you're effectively freezing an enemy, and then you're getting to point blank it with a shotgun. You can imagine how that's going to go.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, net, right?
That right there.
So
just one tap that one guy, doing the same thing on the bigger guy. And even though they're in stasis, you'll notice he still wanted to hack to open the enemy up so they take that additional damage and just make it easier to get through.
Try to get stuck in place here, but there we go. And so that's one of the trickier encounters that you can have in this kind of like opening start of the game. So I can throw you for a loop, but you know, we
I hope the levels look a little more different later on.
And the other thing is, during the exploration too, there's actually a fair amount of just stuff kind of off the beaten path. I know we don't want to show it off right here, but there's even false walls.
It's supposed to. We're supposed to be in like a space station, right?
Goodies, additional weapons that you could do into your kit, additional hacks. So, I mean, Joe's speeding through, so it looks more linear, but there's definitely lots of goodies you can find if you want to take your time more.
Yeah, and also one thing I want to explain is this is an escape hatch. So in the demo that we have here, it just kind of serves as a checkpoint, but you can actually go back to this area called the shelter, which we're going to show in a trailer after this.
Okay.
And that is kind of like your hub area where you can upgrade your abilities, upgrade your weapons, and hang out with Diana, where you can give her gifts and things like that. But we're going to keep speeding along here. And to get this decode hacking node, which
lowers defense. I think I was able to catch.
Yeah, defense on the enemy if you go through it during your hack.
Yeah, so you can see down in the bottom right, he just used one. It went from 3 to 2. But so similar to how a lot of our weapons are going to have a set amount of ammo, and it's like a use it or lose it situation.
Will you keep will you run into them consistently enough that you want to bother?
Until there's like, okay, I want to make sure I save one weakness till I get to the boss, or whatever the case is going to be.
Oh, we'll get some enemies coming in here.
Got some friends dropping in.
I assume you will get different looks for your outfit, right?
And that's the station's rogue AI Edis, which is doing some bad stuff.
Bad stuff and things.
But yeah, these kind of like combat arenas really challenge you to multitask, to try and keep enemies in place.
The big thing seems to be multitasking, yeah, right?
Have a handle on the situation.
Placement and then being able to hack real quick.
They're hiding.
And then each gun seems to have the color coordinated to it, right? So it seems like the reds can only be here, greens can only be here.
Going too fast.
This seems your basic gun, your pistol, right, with infinite ammo. And you'll probably get another similar type of thing down here.
You really see how the combat, it just clicks. It feels good. The shooting part of it feels good, but then when it's mixed with the hacking, it really adds this other dimension where you're kind of using two parts of your brain, and it feels really good to play. So Cowboy, we're gonna get to the boss fight here, and we sped to this part, so now I'm gonna let you take over. So let's
see if I can kill
your
the boss
gameplay
just as fast.
You're gonna skip this cutscene.
Child
and right
hack.
into it. Good luck.
Oh, there's one there.
Gotta remember the triggers. Oh, there he is. Hang on. Right, I got a hack. Where's my hack at?
Oh my god, and you're not, I thought you'd be using the stick. You're not using the stick, you're using the face buttons.
Ooh, there you go. And then you got the overheat. Yeah, just hit R2.
Big finisher ability.
Get a little personal with it.
Very stylish attack.
Or big damage attack, okay.
Big damage.
So I think this is my first time really seeing gameplay of the game, honestly. I think the last time they showcased it, I didn't see what it was.
Now we have the Overdrive Protocol, which is one of Diana's special abilities. Just hacks basically everything around her. It's a nice get-out-of-jail-free card here.
Go, child, go! Fuck him up, child. So Overdrive Protocol and hacking, Sun Open all. Thank you, child.
Location damage is just super important. Just really want to layer on as much damage to that bat canister as you can.
Kind of. I mean, my brain looks at the damage numbers and everything and thinks of Horizon, right?
Oh god.
That's what I think of. Yeah, so you go in and out of the hack menu.
There you go. There we go. Okay.
Okay, the hack can pause though. You can pause the hack.
Oh, I boosted out of it.
And that is a rip.
There you go. There we go.
All right. All right, well done. You got it.
Good job.
Looks fun. Looks like it could be pretty engaging.
All right.
I'm already interested in it, so.
All right, so we revealed a new trailer back at TGS, which
You gotta be able to high-five the kid, right? Just put your hand back here and the kid.
That is a big part of this game's progression. You go back to this hub area, you upgrade, and you improve your abilities and your weapons. As we just saw in this demo, this is a specially tweaked experience for the events that we've been going to. So there's fewer enemies on screen, and things are a little bit easier to get through. But in the full game, there is more of a loop of going back and getting better at the game, improving your abilities. So let's go ahead and take a look at that trailer right now.
Okay.
Let's play the video.
The shelter. Looks like we got some backup power here.
Now maybe we can upgrade our stuff.
Worth a shot.
That's an adult doing a kid's voice, for sure. I thought she was eating. Nom 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 nom.
We gotta get going.
Ready when you are. Starting hack.
$49.99. You can see that there.
Crap. Jump Q.
This freaking thing is tough as hell.
We can use this to hit harder and beat things faster.
It lowers defense, so you do more damage. Yeah. Multi-hack. So a different upgrade. Hack multiple enemies at once.
Aiming at us. Leave it to me.
So now it hits the other two with the lines.
Leave the shooting to me. That was easy. Guess it's my turn.
And then guns. Charge up and unleash this attack unit. Charge piercer. Different guns, and I assume the guns can also get upgrades, right?
Right back at ya.
Good job, kid. Now it's my turn.
No, Hugh.
Get some.
A little decoy. That's cool.
You're going down.
I wonder what the AoE around it is. Expand your arsenal. Unleash the strategic variation of hacking in action.
Look out.
Take that.
Hugh.
Right on. How you like this?
I'm not sure what that did. But I didn't notice they put the little thing down there, which gives you time, right? I wonder if levitating, just like it auto levitates, especially if you open up the hack menu. But also some of the terrain there looked a little different, which is I'm glad, because the gameplay part of it, the terrain looks kind of bland. When it's just this like white futuristic spaceship stuff isn't as interesting to look at.
You think we can get here in one piece?
Yeah, we'll go, and if you don't get hurt, that means it's safe. Let's go.
Sounds like a plan.
2026. We don't have an actual date still. It's probably going to be mid-summer, right? Summer to spring. Because it looks like they're more willing to show off and let people play.
One of the things I really love in this game is the art design. I think the characters are very distinctive. The art style is really distinctive. Cowboy, what do you think of what you've seen so far?
I mean, I'm just happy we're finally seeing it. Because I remember this was like one of those games where the trailer dropped and it was like, I think, what, about 2 years before we heard anything?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
What is it? What is it about? I mean, obviously there's a small child in a blue coat? Is this maybe a reference to a certain man that might be Mega? You know, there were a lot of questions that people had, and I'm just glad we're like finally getting to see gameplay and getting an idea of what it is.
I don't know how many times we have to deny it, but you know, we've said in interviews, I've said it on different panels that it's not a Mega Man game, but it's you guys just like it's not gonna let it go. All right. So
speaking of Mega Man,
closer look at the character designs here.
I guess not. Okay.
Closer look at his design. He's really got this like it's kind of like an astronaut suit, but you know it's got a little bit more future tech on it. You feel the heft of it. I think as you were seeing while we were playing there, each time he steps, it feels heavy.
Here's a new Mega Man.
Very hefty.
I don't think we're seeing anything new. I think this is just to show off the stuff we've already seen.
And this is Diana's design, and as we said, blue, and you guys immediately jumped to Mega Man. But it's not related to Mega Man. But I really love the design of her coat.
But Mega Man. But what if?
There. It's just a cool design. And I also want to show off this artwork. This is expanded version of the artwork.
Oh, live stream.
For New York Comic Con.
Somebody's dropping the ball.
If you caught it in the trailer, there is kind of like a New York looking area in the game.
Yeah.
And it was something that we
looked
first
like back
showed off
alleys
in the very first trailer of the game back in 2020. And it is indeed in the final version of the game, and it is a super cool area. I think it has a really, really unique art style that hopefully you guys can discover. And yeah, the team is really excited to show this one off. So hopefully, you know, everybody here in New York is excited by seeing this. Cowboy, Susie, any parting comments for Pragmata before we go?
So you said she's not Mega Man, but she kind of looks like Mega Girl, right? That's a joke, by the way. It's not Mega Man. It's not Mega Man.
we're not leading into anything.
You're not gonna like take one of the characters away mid-game or something, right, Joe? I've had like a lot of games lately where like there's a companion and then the companion dies. You're not setting us up for heartbreak here or something, are you?
Surely the robot child won't die, and that's an emotional part of the game.
Well, that's all we got for Pragmata
right?
today. It's coming out next year. PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. We are all on the team super excited for this game. I'm really passionate about it. I feel really, really excited by this game.
I kind of felt a little bit like, don't ask any more questions,
really
please.
Finally be able to show it to you. That,
please stop.
Pass it on back to Andy and Susie for
Resident Evil Requiem.
Let's go, Leon. Where's the boy? I think it got leaked, right? That he's in the game. Or somebody says something that just completely tells you that he is.
So this is our Resident Evil Requiem section. We're going to do a little recap first of everything we know so far. And then we're going to do a little Q&A with the one and only Susie, Spear Hunter.
Hello.
And then Susie's going to grace us by playing the demo right in front for you guys. And this is one of the first times that we're actually...
Will we get to play the demo, though?
So, no pressure.
Will we get to play the demo? Because if we do, then I don't want to see it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try my best.
All right.
Then I don't want to play it.
Really
I don't want to see it here.
So
I get to play
let's
it.
get to like the recap for those who might not be familiar with what we have talked about for Resident Evil Requiem so far. So our protagonist is Grace Ashcroft, brand new protagonist. She, unlike our past protagonist, is very fearful, and this fearful personality
not trained
goes
badass
in line with the survival horror aspect of Resident Evil Requiem. She is a young FBI analyst, almost super analytical, but maybe almost too analytical. Maybe she sometimes doesn't understand or listen to what other people have to say. She's really close. She was really close with her mother, Alyssa Ashcroft. Alyssa Ashcroft is from Resident Evil Outbreak. Susie, did you play Outbreak?
I love Outbreak.
And as you might
they should probably like re-release Outbreak or something to get people prepared for this game.
Really, like,
that'd be cool.
Part of Resident Evil Requiem. But in addition to the story, there is exploration, there's puzzle solving, there's tense combat with firearms. You can play in first or third person. Show of hands, who here would rather play in first person?
I don't know which I want to do.
All right.
The last time where they showed the two off,
how about third person?
I feel like really...
That's what I thought.
How about you, Susie?
So I think for my personal
really
playthrough,
makes
I'm
you
gonna do third
wonder
person,
both.
like when I have the full game. But for tonight, we're gonna go first person.
Whoa.
I don't know.
You can switch
her
right in the middle
animations
as well, so
in third person are so good. They're super good.
Zombies are back. They are.
Oh, okay,
I
did not know that. I did not know
Evil.
zombies were back. Well, there you go.
The encounters with them are fresh and different. Can't say much beyond that. Hopefully, it's enough to get you guys thinking, but it is different.
This looks
and
like
we can't wait to tell you guys more
Lady
about
of Trust
this,
Manor.
some screenshots of
A little bit.
zombies.
That or RE4 Manor.
For you to kind of meddle over.
RE4 Castle, I guess.
And now, Susie, I have some questions for you.
Hello.
Resident Evil is such a big part of who you are. Can you describe your history with the series?
Yeah, so I actually brought a little show and tell. Here's my original copy of Director's Cut that I got in 1999.
Don't worry, we
right
can't
here
see
in
it.
New York, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
And it's interesting. I had a very unique upbringing where, gaming was like a huge part of my family. So one day my brother just comes home and he has Resident Evils 1, 2, and 3 with him. So I actually played those games back to back.
That in like one sitting?
Well, over the course of a summer, because I had to figure out puzzles and stuff, but...
And knowing just how important it was, and you've been talking about it in your childhood, like, what is, like, for this new chapter, what do you think about it?
From everything we've seen so far, I think it looks really cool. It's definitely got more of an RE7 kind of like down in the mud, like gritty feeling, but it also really reminds me of classic survival horror. So that's really
it does look like it goes more to the roots of like 1, 2, and 3 though. Right, tight corridors from everything we've seen and enemies around the corner.
Grace is going to be very interesting because, as you said earlier, she is an FBI analyst, and if you don't know, analysts don't usually go into the field.
I think every other Resident Evil character is some form of battle trained, right?
And before we get to like the game,
I know Leon's like first day as a cop, but to some degree he has to have had training already before going. Well, who knows? Maybe at the time he did.
We know you, we love you, and just for everyone out there, like, what makes it so special for you?
For me personally, and I think a lot of people in here tonight can relate to this, Resident Evil isn't really a hopeless form of horror. It's horror driven by hope, and every game, this game seems like it too, is about overcoming impossible odds and your horrors, your fears. My favorite thing was always, struggling through the first playthrough, but then on subsequent playthroughs, kind of like replaying and like just destroying all the horror.
Yeah, and that's in subsequent playthroughs when you know the enemies and everything, and you're just a badass.
And speaking of special, yeah, please everyone. And speaking of like special, what's really special to us is the Resident Evil community. We see you guys in cosplay here. I've taken a picture of a bunch of you guys. I am going to put it on our social channels. But what does the Resident Evil community mean to you?
It means everything. I mean, I wouldn't have a career path without you guys. And I love seeing all of the fan art, the discussion. There is so much discussion around this game, like who that monster is, like what...
Until all the secrets were revealed, yeah.
Characters may or may not show up. Like, it's just, the community is like one of the best communities out there.
You guys are awesome.
Yep.
So it's been a minute since you've actually played this demo. From what you can remember, what were you thinking when you were playing it? Like, what were the thoughts in your head?
So I got to play this back at SGF, and that was a while ago, as you guys may know. The thoughts going through my head, I was on the edge of my seat, I remember you were watching me play the game, and again, to go back to like RE7, like it really, this game so far has that kind of like really like intense like brand of horror, like every little sound you're like jumping at, and it's very dark and very scary, so.
Yeah, Cowboy, you played it as well. What were your thoughts?
I only played a little bit. We've talked about this before, but I can only do Resident Evil in like short bursts because it just gets to be too intense for me.
Okay.
First person, this is going to be real scary in first person, I think. I went through third. and even then it was still pretty scary. Just I don't know. The monster is so grotesque. I love it so far, but from what I've played, I'm excited to play more.
Are you ready to watch Susie play?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, you ready,
Do you want to see
Susie?
the gameplay?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Oh wait.
All right.
Pray for me.
Can we get the game on our screen, please?
You know, maybe they'll do a playable demo.
2 seconds. Folks.
2 seconds. Hold on.
At the Game Awards, right? Something more specifically, because this is clearly different than it would be like at a showcase, right? I figured this would be more of a showcase.
Very nervous, yeah.
All right, let's put it up on the screen.
We're gonna let this kind of go. We are gonna like chat a little bit, but let's get into the ambiance of it all.
Yes.
Reeble.
You guys ready to be scared?
Do we want them to dim all the lights?
Oh, maybe. Should we dim the lights?
Do you want all the lights out, Susie?
Let's
dim the
Turn
lights.
off.
My lights are off. I guess I can close
Let's dim the lights
the
even
window
more.
curtain.
Can
Let's go a little
All
bit
the
more.
way.
Yeah.
There we go. We'll keep that light on.
I assume to some degree she was,
Here we
you know,
are.
designated to go through certain parts of it.
Spooky place.
Spook. Shh. Light on. Light off. Seizure warning, I guess. Flashing light warning. So inventory
I
is
think we need a key.
like the others.
Let's see what's down here.
Sounds like she's running. Need another fuse.
Hello.
To open the door. Dead. Dead.
So, we need to get the fuse. I'm sure all of that dialogue in the distance is nice people, not scary people.
We've watched so many people.
Can you
play
hear
this
her
demo, and
be
the pitch
terrorized in
black,
fear?
Everyone, when they get to this hallway, just stands there for like 30 seconds.
Oh, we're not even. We're about to get to the real dark part. I just straight up kind of gave up at this part. I could not see it all. See if anyone in the crowd can see.
Okay, the doors go both ways.
They added that light. That helps.
Who put that bottle there?
It's so dark.
Empty bottle.
Ready throw. Okay.
I'm sure that'll be deadly.
See, I to some degree she knows what to do, right? I mean, I think she said she played it before.
That's right. This didn't show off the opening for this scene either. So we were
Didn't
talking a
even
little
look at
bit
the document or
about
anything.
How Ash is, she's an analyst, and the scene's not here, but the sequence opens up with her basically like strapped up in an experimenting chair, having to get herself loose. No idea how she's ended up in this environment, why she's here, what's going on.
Well, wait, you haven't
Really
acquired the
kinda
keys for this
sets
stuff
the
yet.
stage for why she's so
Yeah, use the
concerned
bottle
she's
on it.
going around here.
Oh, there's a key.
Oh, that's cute. I'm sure that'll lead to cute things in the cherub room.
Locked.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm
In some sort of
scared right now.
hospital area, I guess.
It has been a minute.
It's been a minute, yeah.
Must have been the wind.
Oh yes, another empty bottle. That'll help us.
We have a lighter now, so
yeah,
it'll be a little less dark.
Andy, are we allowed to put our tears in the empty bottle?
Yes.
Okay.
And now you can go through the other room without worrying about the dark. Though I assume once you know what you're doing, you're just gonna run through the dark, like, eh. My character seems to illuminate enough vague lighting.
Comic-Con sure does have a great sound system, huh?
Zombie. Not zombie.
He's dead.
My favorite
I suppose
line.
so. Probably.
FBI analyst at work.
Yeah. What else could he be?
Infected.
Yum.
Run, Susie, run!
Thank God she didn't attack us immediately.
Oh my God.
What the fuck? Don't come any closer!
I like how you got right in its face.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I was trying to back up, but there was something behind me, so... So, how do you guys feel about that?
Prep room.
Okay.
Still gotta find the fuse.
Where did the corpse go?
Well, look in here.
Oh my God.
Nice. For when you get your head bitten off, you can just...
This looks important. Maybe...
Cowboy, did you make it this far?
I did.
Okay, good, good.
I did. I did manage to beat it, but no spoilers, obviously.
Do you think he's dead too?
He looks pretty dead. She might need to check for a pulse again to be sure, though.
Nothing.
Oh, hi.
Oh, and this is the one.
No.
So it does that, and then she appears there, right?
It's okay.
Andy, I don't think it's okay.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Okay.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Okay. Alright. Whatever you say, I'm trusting you, Andy. I'm trusting you. Okay. Oh, look.
A screwdriver.
It's useful, right?
Yes.
Perfect for stabbing big eyes with.
Oh my God.
Be very quiet, Susie.
Very quiet.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good to know that you can kind of do that. Not like worrying too much, right?
Okay. Alright. Hello. Okay.
Susie, she wants a hug.
Throw the bottle at her. I want to see what that looks like.
I feel you, Grace.
Loop the killer. Drop the pallet.
Oh my god.
Turn the lamp on. So the monster won't walk back in. Okay, it's like aware enough.
That's
oh!
Not good.
The monster will take out the lighting, so there's no safe room. That's pretty cool.
The literal worst luck. Okay. Nice and quiet, guys. Nice and quiet.
Never got the fuse though. I wonder how much of this she's being directed around to do. Like she was told to like go do this, now go do this, now go do this. Will turn around, that's good to know.
Oh my god, you're trapped again.
Oh no.
Oh god. Oh.
Monster's not very aggressive though.
Expert maneuvering.
Now let's see if it pays off.
It does know pathing well enough. That's good to know. The monster's like smart enough, right?
Oh my god.
You're smart, you're faster, but the monster is clearly smart enough.
I am so sorry, Grace.
To know how to skirt around. I think it's right behind you.
Susie, run. Susie, run. Please run.
My god. Great. I don't think that's gonna help me now.
Yeah, those speakers, whew.
I know, the reverberation. All right, you got it.
What do you think, guys? You think I can make it to the exit?
I have two chunks of my shoulder, both my shoulders have chunks missing of them, but...
You made it.
No, you don't.
Oh no.
So this is obviously new. I haven't seen this before. Ow. Oh, that's where it's gonna end. It's merely the overture to our darkest symphony.
This is merely an overture to our dark symphony.
I feel like that'd be a little too short for a demo to send out to people, right? Although, they've had 20-minute demos.
Bring back up the slides.
How did that feel?
That was one of the most intense experiences of my life, but you know, I couldn't let New York down.
Yeah.
Grace will live.
I'm not gonna lie, I've seen this a lot. I was scared again.
Yeah.
Like, again.
I was cutting it.
I do want to play. It is exciting. It is pretty exciting to watch.
Like, you know, Shimmy was gonna work, but we did it.
I didn't think it would. Honestly, I didn't think it would. But you did an amazing job. Can we get a hands up for Susie for that?
Thank you, guys.
So, Resident Evil Requiem.
Yeah, so it's just a demo at the booth. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Oh, there's a Switch version. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a playable demo later on.
The demo is available right here at New York Comic Con. We're here all weekend, and it will be available for pre-order starting on October 29th.
What are the pre-orders?
We're also gonna be
bonuses
releasing a special RE franchise video along with it. There won't be any new Resident Evil Requiem gameplay in it, but it's
good to know. The slide is getting cut down a little bit down here.
And I know you are like that's gonna be amazing for you, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I think during
Oh. Well, before we do that,
is that full? Oh, that's fully it.
Cowboy as well for playing.
Damn, no. Okay, so nothing crazy or anything, I guess, but
before we leave, I know I promised everybody a trailer for Monster Hunter Stories 3, and it wouldn't feel right if we ended before showing you this updated trailer. So before we cut it and get a picture with everybody, let's play the Monster Hunter Stories 3 trailer.
I don't care. I'm sorry, I don't care. I'm not a Monster Hunter Stories. So I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so initially going into this, I thought this would be more of a presentation as opposed to, I don't know, I guess sort of what it ended up being. I wouldn't be surprised if obviously we'll get more footage from Requiem at the Game Awards, right? Like, for sure, we're gonna get more. I wouldn't be surprised if they also release a demo, potentially. It might be a little different than the one that was just played by Susie, right? Because I feel like that's pretty, I mean, I don't know. So 4 was the normal through the village attack, right? 7 had the videotape. What did 8 have? 8 had a demo too. I just don't remember what it was. Were you? No. It was a demo of, it was sort of like one of the videotapes. You were in the manor and you ended up getting killed by Lady Dimitrescu at the end. That's what it was. So I mean, I guess they could. I feel like it'd be pretty short though for a demo. But I think the RE2 demos were inherently timed at like, what, 20 minutes you had to play the demo and then you couldn't play it anymore? 20 to 30 minutes? So I guess I could see it being something like that, right? Something that's short enough that on first playthrough you'd typically spend a bit more time, but on subsequent ones you'd know what to do and where things are, so you could play it faster. Granted, just looking at it there, I can already see how I could play that section way faster. Now that I know, especially knowing where everything is. Right? Could you do that? Cat's on camera, yeah. Alright, you could do that. You're on my lap now. You're cuddling with me. So, cool. I don't know. I feel like I need to see a little bit further into Onimusha, because that looked like an earlier area, right? Where the enemies are super basic and you don't have to worry, because it didn't look super thrilling, I guess. And then Pragmata, I think Pragmata came away looking the best from this, because I feel like, I mean, at least for me, that's the first time I've seen that gameplay footage, so it looks pretty exciting to play. A real brain exercise as you try to manage everything. And then the Resident Evil demo looks like what was already shown off, so.
All right, thank you so much, everybody. Before
and I guess that's
leave,
it.
We'd love to take a picture with you all, if that's all cool.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so audience, what we need you all to do is get up on your feet, and on the count of 3, you're going to yell, scream, throw your hands in there, so we make sure we get a fabulous picture. Get ready.
Cool. I guess that's it for us though. On this section for us.
One more time. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Make some noise for our panelists here today.
Man, a Twitch chat that isn't awful for one of these like a. Okay, so cool. That'll be that's that. Is there any... I don't think there's anything else. Yeah. The Walking Dead. So cool. That will be it for me then, for now. I might stream later on tonight, probably, you know. And then, otherwise, I will... I'll be live tomorrow night for sure, and then all day Sunday. So, yeah. Bye-bye!